Hey Marriage for Real family, how you doing? It's your girl Daisy with another Marriage for Real video. You know they say that good communication is the absolute bedrock of a great marriage. I also believe that you can be very strategic and intentional about your communication. So if you want to begin to use communication strategically to bring healing into your marriage, to improve the relationship and the intimacy between you and your spouse, to create an environment that is full of love, I have 5 phrases that you need to include in your daily communication with your spouse. One is, what can I do for you? What can I do for you? You know, sometimes we don't even realize that our communication can be so selfish. It's always, I want, give me, get me, do this. But you know, when we specifically and strategically and intentionally take the time to say, what can I do for you? It really puts yourself in as somebody who loves me enough to serve. Somebody who is asking me, how can I make you happy? How can I make your life a bit easy? How can I show you that I love you? That feels amazing. And so I would like to encourage you to ask your spouse daily, is there anything I can do for you? Is there anything I can help you with? You know, sometimes my husband comes back and he's struggling with a few things at work. I always ask him, how can I help? Is there anything I can do to help you? That lets my husband know that I'm on his team, I'm on his side, and I've got his back. The second phrase that you need to be intentionally including in your communication within your marriage is, babe, you are amazing at whatever. You are great at whatever. You are so good at whatever. Listen, everybody loves a bit of praise. Everybody likes to be praised. It makes us feel good. It boosts our confidence. It boosts our self-esteem, especially if it comes from the person we want to impress the most, which is our spouse. When your spouse comes to you and tells you that you're great at something, it really does go a long way to boost your confidence. Something that I always say is that you need to be your spouse's #1 champion, their #1 fan, their #1 cheerleader. When you're cheering them at home, they can go out there, be amazing, and come back to you knowing that you're the person that is behind them, cheering them on, telling them what they are great at. Sometimes we are so quick to point out the negatives. We're so quick to point out each other's weaknesses. We're so quick to point out each other's faults that it can often make us just recoil back and not want to be ourselves in a relationship. But when you take the time every day to point out something good about a person, it definitely goes a long way to bringing you guys together as a team. The third phrase that needs to be brought into your communication within your marriage more intentionally is, I love you because of. I hear too many couples saying, oh, she knows I love her. Oh, he knows I love him. You know, I don't really need to say it. I don't have to say it every single day. But I really believe that you need to be saying these words as often as possible. You need to make sure that this person never forgets that you love them, and also give them a reason why you love them. Again, it goes a long way to making sure that they feel nice, safe, and secure with you. And they never have an excuse to forget that actually there is somebody at home who loves me. This person tells me every single day that they love me, and I need to receive that from them. Tell your spouse every day, whether it's every morning, afternoon, or evening, I love you because of whatever the reason is. So here's a phrase that also needs to be spoken strategically as often as possible. Like if you have to say this 10 times a day, then so be it. This phrase is thank you. Some of you complain that, you know, my husband or my spouse doesn't do this, they don't do that, they don't do this. Maybe it's because you just don't show any gratitude. Saying thank you to somebody regularly, even for the small things, make sure that they don't start to feel taken for granted. They don't start to feel used. They don't start to feel unappreciated. And there's nothing worse than feeling unappreciated and undervalued. But when you take the time out for each little thing, for as many little things as you can, to just say thank you. It lets your spouse know that you appreciate them. You appreciate their effort. You appreciate their time. You appreciate the work that they do. You appreciate who they are. And the last of the 5 phrases that I want you to begin to include in your communication very intentionally within your marriage is very simple. How are you? But like genuinely, how are you? We need to be asking our spouse how they are every single day. And not a quick, how are you, as you're rushing off to go and do something else. I mean sitting down, whether it be for 1 minute or 5 minutes, to really look in the eye of your spouse and just say, how are you? How are you feeling today? You know, what's been going on with you? Let's connect for a moment. Let's just talk heart to heart. You just tell me how you're feeling. I'll tell you how I'm feeling. But I'm here to sit and I'm here to listen to you. You know, how are you doing? What's going through your mind? I always ask my husband that. You know, what's on your heart right now? What's going through your mind? How are you feeling? I want to know, and I want him to know that I'm here to listen to him. Even if I can't do anything about it, I'm a sounding board. You can pour out your heart on me. Even if you're just telling me, you know what, babe, I'm absolutely fine. I'm glad to hear that. Let me hear that from you. But you know what? Let me be intentional about making sure that you know that I care about how you feel, what you're going through, you know, what's on your mind, what's on your heart. I want to know that genuinely. We can begin to do that with our spouses. That's how we can become our spouse's confidant. That's how we can become our spouse's best friend. Because you know what? You can be the one person in the world who will always take time out to find out genuinely how you are. How are you? All right, guys, there are 5 phrases that I really truly believe if you start to practice to include them in your daily communication, you will definitely see an improvement in your communication, in the way you talk to each other, but also in your intimacy and your closeness with each other. My name's Daisy Chiwako. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe below here so that you can stay up to date on all my videos with hints and tips on how you can have an amazing, passionate and hot marriage. Also, go ahead and follow me on Facebook, Marriage for Real with Daisy Chiwako, where I do a lot of live videos. Also on Instagram, Marriage for Real. Take it easy and stay blessed.